Hello everybody, welcome to the Allstar Offline Racing Series. This is Colton. We are here in the Truck Series, race number 6 out of 14 here at Talladega. Gonna start qualifying, see who gets the pole. Could have a wild race on our hands. 47 laps is the distance. We had a pretty wild race last week. It wasn't really a wild race until the end. The finish was amazing. One of the coolest finishes I think if we've seen. Last lap pass at Martinsville. And that was the closest finish we've ever had at Martinsville in this series. And the Cup Series too. Yeah, we have not had a close finish at a short track. So that was pretty cool to see. And pretty cool to see a last lap pass. They're always fun and exciting to watch. Eric Jacks at 75 almost had his first career win, over 2 seconds ahead on the last lap. Tim Zimmer made an amazing move after Brendan Hancock, one of the lap trucks, slowed Eric Jacks down, and Tim Zimmer went to win his first race. So, real quick, while we're waiting for qualifying to resume and to finish, we've got a lot of stuff happening next season. I don't want to give too much away. I will say that we are going to run a chase next season. And the chase, obviously, since this is the All-Star Offline Racing Series, we don't like to be the same as anybody else or any other series, whether it's real or an offline league. The chase is going to have a very wild twist, and it is going to, I think, make the final races a lot more exciting and drama-filled. It should also keep the points pretty close all the way to the final race. And so that's going to be pretty cool. I cannot wait to start that, and I cannot wait to tell you guys what it is. But right now I've got to stay quiet. We're not even halfway in the Truck Series yet. Going to be halfway tomorrow in the Cup Series race. But we've got to wait, so I can't tell you anything else yet. Also, we might have a different... we're going to keep this NASCAR 2003 game, obviously, but we might be introducing another racing simulator to the mix. You guys can take your guesses on what that's going to be. I'm not sure yet, though. It's not set in stone. There's a lot of stuff going on with that series, or with that simulator game. So we'll keep you guys posted on that. Probably at the end of the series, we'll know what's happening. But as of right now, I don't know exactly what's happening. I've got some cool ideas in store, but I don't know. Right now, you see Alexander Jones has the pole. See if he can hold off everyone else and keep the pole. So far, so good for him. I think he's going to get it. But a lot of things coming up, you know. I want to say thank you to everybody that subscribed recently. It means a lot, you know. I only have 214 subscribers, but thank you all. And, you know, and you guys are part of the reason why I'm doing this. I like posting these races for you guys. It's a lot of fun when we have these premiere races, and we're all in the chat talking and such. I know you guys can't always be on the chat, and that's fine. But for the most part, we have a lot of fun here. So if you're new and you're watching this for the first time, welcome and enjoy this channel. I'm hoping that it grows more, but honestly, I'm just having fun doing this. I don't really care if it stays at the exact same subscribers for the next 20 years. I'm perfectly happy with that. It's been a lot of fun, that's for sure. So, Alexander Jones is the pole sitter. Alexander Jones was injured earlier this season. His younger brother Alvin Jones took over for him. Now Alvin Jones is in the Cup Series instead. Alexander Jones decided he wanted this ride. So Alexander Jones getting his first pole. Beside him, the 10 of C.J. Williams doesn't really have any good finishes this season, starting in second. You see third, the 50 of Tim Zimmer, last week's race winner at Martinsville, and that dramatic finish. He starts third. Fourth place, the points leader, Dylan Eberheim, the 46, looking to have a good run today. Behind them is the 16 of Caleb Johnson. The 75, Eric Jacks, was passed by that 50 truck last week, and he lost out on his first win. Behind them, the 8 of Ron Jackson, the 51, Lindsey Hancock. We've got the 7 of Bruce Zero, the 6 of Cody Higginbotham, the 63 Sheila Harmon, the 15 Stephen Pollard, the 3rd. Both would like to have good finishes today. Tavis Aiken, the 13, he won at Daytona. Here he is. In the top 12, I believe that is. Beside him, the 20 of Yale Carrillo. We've got the 2 of Tyrell Resner, the 21 Jacob Britt, the 54 Colton Harmon, the 97 Gary Harmon, 23 of Brendan Hancock. We've got the 87 of Cody Rhodes. The 83 of Alejandro Rodriguez. There's the 4 of Zach Cronin. Wait until some of these drivers get caught up and in their right position. I think we're with the right driver, though. I just don't know who he is beside. All right, so beside Alejandro Rodriguez is the 17 of John Book. Then we've got, somebody is not on the track. Oh, yeah, okay, they all are. Okay, then we have got, the 45 Ryan Benjamin, the 24 Bean Weeby. They both need good finishes. Bean last place in points right now. Not having a good start to the series. What's going on? There's a lot of trucks having issues. The 22 Jeremiah Dwayne blowing up on the start. Oh, no. Well, Jeremiah Dwayne's season, that's been about how it's been all year long. I'm assuming he was supposed to start beside John Book. We've got Logan York, the 33, the 52 Gavin Jones, the, who is that, 2, I believe? The 98 of Hunter Blade right there. The 3 of Axel Zero, the 41 of Leland Fife. Leland looking for some redemption here. The 88 Callie Hancock won at Charlotte. The 25 Laura Lee Weeby. And the 18 Damian Singletary, 2nd in points. Yeah, Jeremiah Dwayne, 5th place entering this race in points. He is going to lose out on a lot of points. That is unfortunate. Especially to have a mechanical failure before the green flag even. So, unfortunate for him. There is, if you want to count it as a somewhat good thing for him, he won't at least tear up a car, but that is unfortunate. The team's going to have to diagnose that issue and look and see what happened, see what they can change. So the 49, Alexander Jones, is going to be the pole sitter. Green flag in the air. 4 or 5 or so drivers on the outside already jumping out of line. Dylan Eberheim in the 46, 3 wide for the lead already entering the first turn. Dylan got a great start, but he has no drafting help now. Eric Jacks below him, Tim Zimmer below Eric. Those two have a friendly rivalry going on, side by side for third. Dylan Eberheim going to fall back. Jeremiah Dwayne did make it to pit road. Unfortunate for him. 3 wide already, though, back behind the race leader. CJ Williams has the lead. Pole sitter 49 of Alexander Jones did not get a great start. He was passed on the outside. Look at Dylan Eberheim in the 46, falling back quickly. 4 wide. He is on the outside with no drafting help at all. Look at the 7 Bruce Zero. He is making his way towards the front. CJ Williams is going to lead the first lap. And behind him, they're 2 wide, then 3 wide, then 4 wide. Tavis Aiken, the Daytona winner, on the inside line. He is making his way towards the front. The 6 of Caleb Johnson, the 15 of Stephen Pollard, the 3rd up top. The 46, Dylan Eberheim, and the 6 of Cody Higginbotham into the wall. Oh, there's another mechanical failure. What in the world? I don't know who that is. Is that Eric Jacks? That's the 8 of Ron Jackson. That is going to throw a caution flag out. Unfortunately, we don't want to have a caution already, but we've been throwing cautions all season long because of mechanical failures. So we can't just stop that trend, even though it's on the second lap. A lot of drivers, I think, they're pretty far back. CJ Williams is going to lead the field to the green. So 2 mechanical failures in the first 2 laps. Look at Dylan Eberheim, started this race, in 4th place, I believe, and he is all the way back in 32nd position after 2 laps. The 8 of Ron Jackson, camshaft issues. Jeremiah Dwayne, the 22, will be credited with 34th place. Unfortunate for him, he is not reaching out for comments right now. He is not happy. You can't blame him, though. Not even making it to the green flag, and he blew up. Ron Jackson, unfortunate for him. He had a good run at Charlotte, but here at Talladega, ending early. I was going to say, we have a new package, a new racing package for the super speedway tracks. But right now in the truck series, it doesn't look like that's really making a difference. And these trucks, we've had a couple mechanical failures. Look at this. Some trucks deciding to come down pit road. I don't really think it's a good idea. But they're coming down. CJ Williams is going to stay out front. Second place, third place, I think fourth place coming down. Wow, that's interesting. I don't understand why, but see all the trucks coming down pit road. That is crazy. I would not come down pit road. Not this early. I mean, you can't make it on fuel. So CJ Williams out front. Ron Jackson had camshaft issues. Thought he was blowing up. He had smoke coming out of his truck. We had to throw the caution. We've been doing it all season long. The only time we don't throw a caution is if somebody has a tire down and there's no crash. That is not grounds for a caution. But any other type of smoke and mechanical failure is a caution. So we do have the stage that's going to end on lap 20, so that is going to be a caution flag. I guess some of these drivers may be coming down pit road and hoping that they can pit and maybe reduce their pit stop time during the stage caution, assuming we make it that far. We haven't had a crash yet. Lap number 2, Ron Jackson blowing up. And if you're just joining us, the 22 of Jeremiah Dwayne, he blew up at the start on the pace lap. I think actually coming off of pit road, he blew up. Didn't even make it to the start, which is so unfortunate for that team. They came into this race 5th in points, and they're going to drop. Ron Jackson came in 13th in the points. He's going to drop as well. So some crazy stuff already happening early on. A lot of drama. Top 10 drivers on lap number 20 will get stage points. So lap 5. Hopefully next time by we'll be getting the 1 to go. Yeah, we've only been racing for 2 laps, but we saw a lot of 3 and 4 wide racing before that caution. I think it's a sign of things to come in this race. So the cars in the tri-oval should be going to green here soon. And we do have the one to go, so next time by we'll be back under green flag. Hopefully we can get to the end of the stage without a caution. The way they were racing right before the first caution, though, was pretty crazy, pretty wild. So I don't think we're going to be able to make it. And that was only on lap 1 and 2. CJ Williams out front. CJ is in 30th in points. Alejandro Rodriguez behind him, 25th in points. Logan York, the 33 behind them. He is back in 27th in points. And the 17 of John Book. Let's see, John is... I don't know where John is in the points. Where is he? Trying to look, I can't find him. John Book, where are you at? John Book seems to be non-existent in the points. I cannot find his truck. Oh, he's 33rd in the points. And then the 51, that is Lindsay Hancock. And she isn't doing too terribly well, I don't think. Lindsay Hancock 17th in points. So, top 5 really pretty far back in the points. They're hoping to have good runs. I think the points leader, Dylan Eberheimen, he is back in 32nd. So he's not having a good start to his race. He fell from 4th to 32nd in the first 2 laps. He had no drafting help on that start. I don't think many people are going to help him. He has a huge lead. He has finished in the top 10 every race this season, which is pretty crazy. I mean, we've only been racing for 5 races. This is the 6th race, but great track record for him. That's why he is the points leader. So the 10 of CJ Williams is going to lead the field to the green flag. We are back underway here at Talladega. John Book and Logan York up top. They're going to dump the 83 of Alejandro. Now John Book going to go back down low. He's going to leave Logan York up by himself. CJ got a pretty good start. But I think these drivers here are going to freight train that number 10 truck once they catch him. On the backstretch, look at John Book now underneath of Alejandro Rodriguez. He's going to try to take the lead away. He is getting pushed by 51 of Lindsay Hancock. 2 wide now. They're 3 wide back here in 3rd. Or for 4th, I'm sorry. Lindsay Hancock on the inside line. The 9800 blade up top. He has Logan York, but that's it as far as drafting help is concerned. Here comes the 7 of Bruiser now in the tri-oval. I thought he was going to make contact with Lindsay. He keeps it off of her. Lindsay Hancock now hard left. She is going to go down low underneath John Book. Can she get the lead here at Talladega? 4 wide behind them. It's shaping up to be another crazy restart. Remember, lap 20 is going to be the end of the stage. Can they make it to that point? Still 3 and 4 wide for the lead here. Lindsay Hancock beside the 10 of CJ Williams. 4 wide behind them. 3 wide right behind them, but 4 wide further back. Look at the amazing racing here in the front pack. There's still cars in the back trying to make their way back to the front. Single file restarts. Pretty long line of cars here. Nobody was involved in a crash, so 32 trucks had to line up single file. Now they're starting to form a big pack again. 4 wide up front here. Last 3 trucks in line. Oh, there's a crash. Brendan Hancock's around the 24 being Weeby. Oh, a car upside down. That's Tavis Haken. Hard crash. And multiple trucks. Tim Zimmer, the 46 Dylan Eberheimen, the 9800 blade Logan York, many others. And they're racing back to the line. Yel Carrillo, Lindsay Hancock for the lead. Who is going to get it? I think Lindsay Hancock is probably going to get the lead. Here comes the 97 of Gary Harmon. 15 Stephen Pollard, the 3rd right behind them. Lindsay Hancock is going to lead the field to the caution flag. That was by far the big one, I think. I don't think there's going to be a wreck that can top that one today. That was crazy. Who is that on the track? I think that's Cody Higginbotham. Yeah, the number 6. The 46, Dylan Eberheim, he had a hard hit, I think. He's got some damage to the truck. Let's see, that's the 9800 Blade. You see Damian Singletary, second place in points. Issues with his truck. That's the 98 there. The 45, Ryan Benjamin's on pit road. Logan York. Tim Zimmer, Zach Cronin. Tavis Haken somehow is driving his truck after flipping. So we'll obviously have to go back and take a look at that. Who is... Oh, that's still Cody Higginbotham. So now the pit window could be open. 18 of Damian Singletary. The 46, Dylan Eberheim. First and second in points. Both retired from the race. Holy moly. Well, this is going to change everything in the points. Dylan Eberheim, the points leader, he is retiring from the race. Damian Singletary will stay 138 points away from Dylan Eberheim, but now this opens up the door for everybody behind them. The 6, Caleb Johnson, out of the race. Couple drivers on pit road. See if they retire from the race or if they're going to get back out. That's the 45. The 33, Logan York. I don't know where he is. I think Logan is actually... I don't know where he is. Wow. So, very interesting. You see the 6 did retire. Stephen Pollard, the 3rd on pit road. There's the 2 of Tyrell Resner. Oh, Tyrell and Stephen Pollard make contact on pit road. Stephen Pollard and Gary Harmon get out front first. Then CJ Williams. There's Alejandro Rodriguez. Man, wild stuff here. Couple trucks. Now the 4, Zach Cronin. He retired. The 52, Gavin Jones. The 2, Tyrell Resner. Holy moly. Let's go back and look what happened. I don't even know who that started with. So let's look here. It looked like, Brendan Hancock was spun out. Ooh, being Weeby involved. You see Tavis Haken barrel rolling down in the grass. And I don't know how he drove away. That was crazy. Let's watch another view. Let's see. Let's just watch from this view again. They were 5 wide in the turn. Brendan Hancock spins out. The 6 hit the wall pretty hard. 13 Tavis Haken. I think his day probably is going to be done. Let's go on board with some drivers. I want to see what happened with the 23. I think the 23 of Brendan Hancock actually drove away after he was initially spun out. Saw the 24, Bean Weeby, hit the wall hard. Same with Leland Fife. I don't know what happened with those trucks. Brendan did not get much damage, so that's good for them. Leland Fife did get some damage. I think, I want to say, I don't know what happened to the 18. He was out of the race for some reason. I guess he had some damage. Let's watch the 41 Leland Fife and the 24 Bean Weeby. I don't know. Oh, they got some damage there. Man, Leland hit the 24, but that actually kind of helped him. That saved both of those drivers. Let's go back. Let's watch on board with the 6, Cody Higginbotham. He was right in the middle of this. You see Brendan's going to get turned right there. Caleb Johnson spins him out, and Cody Higginbotham, he was the one that hit Brendan, and that's what triggered the rest. There was Dylan Eberheim, who ended the 6 trucks race, I believe. The 6 did not have any smoke until that happened. Well, let's ride on board with, let's go ahead and ride on board with Damian Singletary. He was further back in this pack. It almost sounds like his truck is bottomed out. Or tapped out, I guess. Maxed out, whatever you want to call it. Crash happens, and you just have to try to make it through. He was the one that hit Tavis Haken. And that sent Tavis up in the air, flipping wildly. We're going to, of course, have to ride with Tavis Haken then. Let's go on board with Dylan Eberheimen. Dylan was trying to work his way back up front, but him and Damian Singletary trying to, I guess, stay out of trouble, but they were involved in the crash. Oh, Dylan hit that 6 pretty hard. You see he was stopped on the track. Let's go on board with, I guess, Callie Hancock. Let's see what she saw. Got to make sure that they're not going back to green flag yet. We'll check that here in a second. Ooh, Callie into the back of Brendan. You saw the 4 Zach Cronin. He is out of the race. Real quick, let's just make sure the caution lights are not off on the pace truck. Nope, we're still good. We can watch a couple more views. So this is on board now with Tavis Haken. Hold on. And somehow he is still in the race. I don't understand this at all. Right there. And man, that was a very wild flip. Somehow he's still in the race. What in the world? Trying to board now with Ryan Benjamin. I saw he was involved in the wreck. Right behind Callie Hancock. Doesn't look like Ryan got a lot of damage. He might be safe. I think he'll be all right, actually. So again, the 13 of Tavis Haken. Let's just watch this. So slow motion here. The wreck starts. They're 5 wide. And then watch the 13 truck. He gets spun out by Tyrell Resner up in the air a little bit, and then the 18 Damian Singletary hits him, and from there he just flips wildly. Somehow Tavis Haken still... Oh, whoa. What is going on here? Mechanical failure for somebody. That is the 24 of Bean Weeby. Oh, no. Bean Weeby. Bean Weeby was... I think running up near the front. He was up in 12th. Luckily, though, a lot of drivers out of the race. For him, at least. He'll be 25th. Logan York and Ryan Benjamin a lap down on the inside line. Not sure how much damage they have. The 52, Gavin Jones. The 2, Tyrell Resner. The 4, Zach Cronin. The 88, Callie Hancock. The 6, Caleb John. The 46, Dylan Eberheimen. All out of the race. 3 out of the top 4. Actually... No, 4 out of the top 5 in points have had issues today. Jeremiah Dwayne, Callie Hancock, Damian Singletary, and Dylan Eberheimen. 75, Eric Jacks running in 22nd. He is the other driver in the points that's not really having a good run right now. So, we're still not even halfway in this race. We haven't even made it to the end of the stage. And the green flag will be in the air. Stephen Pollard III going to lead the field to the green. Let's watch Ryan Benjamin and Logan York, see if they're up to speed. They might, if they're up to speed, maybe we'll be lucky and get their lap back, but I don't know how fast they're going to be. Gary Harmon and Laura Lee Weeby working on the outside line. Laura Lee trying to push Gary to the front. Gary trying to clear that 45. I think the 45 and the 33 are okay. It seems like they're up to speed and they're pretty quick. Maybe not pretty quick, but they're at least up to speed. If they can get in front of the leaders before the end of the stage, they will be back on the lead lap. Ryan Benjamin, Logan York on the inside line, right behind the race leader. 15, Stephen Pollard out front. Gary Harmon trying to come up on the outside line. Stephen going to go up top and block. 3 wide. This is not for the lead. The 45 and the 33 trying to get their laps back. Across the line, Stephen Pollard, third, going to be the race leader. 4 wide here for second. And this is lap cars. And look at the 87 of Cody Rhodes to the front. Stephen Pollard and Gary Harmon now falling back. Laura Lee Weeby on the outside line. She is falling back as well. Up front, the 7 of Bruce Zero. Here comes the 54 Colton Harmon. The 63 of Sheila Harmon. Couple trucks now off the pace. They're falling back. They have definitely lost the draft. 3 and 4 wide. We've got 5 to go in the stage. Lap number 20 will be the caution flag for the end of the stage. Here comes the 17 John Book. Let's see what the speeds are real quick. Eric Jacks, Tim Zimmer, Tavis Haken. Those were the top 3 last week. They're off the pace, but these two are actually kind of up to speed. Eric Jacks and Tim Zimmer are. Tavis Haken. So the top 3 at Martinsville are off the pace and drafting with each other. Up front, John Book, the race leader. Look at the 63, Sheila Harmon. And the 41, Leland Fife. He's in the mix. Leland has had a really tough season this year, and he is looking to rebound, hopefully to show everybody that he belongs in the series. He wants to stay here. 23 of Brendan Hancock. He is up in the mix. Hunter Blade as well. That 41, Leland Fife on the inside line. Couple trucks coming down pit road. I think they are thinking the bigger picture. They want to make it to the end of the race. If they can stay on the lead lap, they should be first at least once these drivers come down pit road. 63, Sheila Harmon out front. Who was that came down pit road? That was Jacob Britt and Stephen Pollard III that decided to pit. So we'll have to see if they can make it out on the track with each other and in front of these leaders. I think they will, maybe. Jacob Britt off of pit road. Stephen Pollard still on pit road. Oh, no. This is not going to be good because Stephen Pollard now is going to lose his drafting partner. He will go a lap down. Jacob Britt has to hope he can hold on for the next few laps and stay on the lead lap. Now Stephen Pollard is coming off of pit road, but he is going to be a lap down. Sheila Harmon out front here, the 63 truck after the big wreck. The big one taking out many drivers. Taking out multiple drivers that are in the points top 5 and top 10 even. This is going to open up the door for a lot of drivers today. John Book on the outside. Here comes the 83 of Alejandro Rodriguez. And Stephen Pollard is going to merge in front of the field. This could be treacherous. Will this cause the next caution in this race? They're 3-4 wide back here. Sheila Harmon lost the lead. 4 wide for third place. John Book out front. Here comes Alejandro Rodriguez. I think Stephen Pollard is going to be up to speed when these cars catch him. He shouldn't slow the pack up too much. John Book trying to find a way past Stephen Pollard. Stephen Pollard going to block him. He's trying to stay on the lead lap. Here comes the 63 of Sheila Harmon on the outside. John Book down low. There's the 21, Jacob Britt. He is on the lead lap for now. Next time by, it's going to be the white flag. 2 laps to go in the stage. The top 10 get points. Alejandro Rodriguez getting pushed by Gary Harmon. John Book does not have immediate drafting help, but Stephen Pollard behind him. John Book holding on to the lead for now. Stephen Pollard, Logan York, and Ryan Benjamin trying to get their laps back. 4 wide back here for third. Logan York is falling back a little bit. I don't know where he is. There's Ryan Benjamin on the inside line. This time by the white flag in the air for the end of the stage. White flag, and once these drivers get past, we will throw the caution flag out. And then the next time by, the top 10 cars get stage points. 1 more lap to go in the stage. John Book has the lead. Here comes Bruce Zero. Battle for third, Caleb Johnson and Alejandro Rodriguez. Gary Harmon is in the mix. Ryan Benjamin is too far back, I think, to get his lap back. Leland Fife on the inside line trying to pull those 2 trucks behind him. He does not have enough help, though, on the inside line. 51, Lindsay Hancock up in the top 5. She is trying to get herself further up to the front. Gary Harmon, he doesn't have any stage points. He is pretty far back in the points. 15th right now before the start of this race. Gary Harmon on the inside line. The 17 of John Book out front. He is going to block the inside line. And John Book is going to win the stage. He will get 50 points in the stage. Or for his stage win. John Book. Incredible run there. You see a couple cars bouncing off the apron. So caution flag out. Oh, somebody is on the apron. It looks like they might have a tire down, possibly. And that is the 51 Lindsey Hancock. You see the 21 Jacob Britt. He did come down pit road. He is on the lead lap. These three trucks as well, Tavis Haken, Tim Zimmer, and Eric Jacks, they all stayed on the lead lap. Well, Lindsey Hancock caught a great break. She's running in fourth. She did get points for finishing fourth. Has a tire down. She'll be coming to pit road, but I think everybody else will as well. Oh, looks like there might be a mixed call here. John Book is obviously coming down pit road. Not sure who all is going to stay out. There are going to stay. Wow. A couple drivers staying out. Caleb Johnson, Gary Harmon, Bruce Zero staying out. Ryan Benjamin is on the track as well, but he is a lap down, so he cannot come down pit road. Colton Harmon, Brendan Hancock, they're staying out. Well, I thought Jacob Britt was going to be the leader, but a lot of drivers deciding to stay out. That's interesting. Very interesting call. We should be going back to green flag on lap 25 if everything goes as according to plan. A lot of drivers coming off at pit road. Lindsey Hancock, she's back out on the track, so it's good to see that she is on the track and her issues are over with. So John Book, the 17 winning the stage, he gets 50 points. The points go down by 5 after every position. The 16 of Caleb Johnson finishing second. I think that's his first top 10 finish in a stage. Gary Harmon third, might be his first top 10 finish as well. Fourth, Lindsey Hancock. Fifth, Bruce Zero. Sixth, Alejandro Rodriguez. Seventh, Colton Harmon. Eighth, Brendan Hancock. Ninth, Sheila Harmon. And 10th is the 41, Leland Fife. A lot of drivers, like we said, the top 5 drivers have all had issues except for Eric Jacks. So this is definitely going to close the points up a lot. It's just who is going to win this race now. We could have a first-time winner. Damian Singletary has won 2 races. He's out of the race. Dylan Eberheimen has not won a race. He is the points leader. He's out of the race. Callie Hancock, she's out. She won a race. The 13 of Tavis Haken won a race, but he is off the pace, really slow on the track, so he is not going to win. And then last week's race winner, Tim Zimmer, the 50, he is off the pace as well. He is not going to win this race. So, yeah, we'll have a new winner here. Look at this. Ryan Benjamin coming down pit road. Logan York going to stay out. So Logan will be the first truck that is a lap down, I think, unless it's Stephen Pollard. Nope, it is Logan York, then Stephen Pollard, and then Ryan Benjamin. We've seen those 3 trucks. They're a lap down, but they are on pace with the leaders. They're hoping they can get a lucky break, stay ahead of the leaders, get a caution, and get back in this mix. Next time by is going to be the halfway point. I don't think we're done with cautions yet. I think we're going to have another wreck. The way they've been racing 3 and 4 wide, I think we will, but we'll have to wait and see. It should be interesting. I have to take a break real quick. We will be right back at Talladega for the conclusion of the truck race. All right, we're back here. Sorry about that. So being Weeby the 24 out of the race, 25th place. Still, that's one of his better runs this season. Truck race has been pretty wild. We had a huge crash earlier. Had mechanical failures at the beginning of the race, and just, it has been wild. It's been very wild. So the pace light should be off on the pace truck. We should be going back to green next time by. Right now is the halfway point of the race. Caleb Johnson will lead the halfway mark. Next time by, lap 25, we will be green flag again. The stage has been completed, so we'll see what happens now. Going to the back of the field, we'll show you some of the drivers. 21st place is the 50 of Tim Zimmer. In front of him, in 20th place, Axel Zero, that number 3. Laura Lee Weeby, the 25, in 19th. 18th place, Leland Fife. 17th place, Tavis Haken. 16th place, the 10 of CJ Williams. 15th, the 20 of Yale Carrillo. The 87, oh, geez, there's another mechanical failure somewhere. I see smoke. Who is that? The 54, Colton Harmon, has a mechanical failure now. Oh, and somebody else. What in the world? Who is that? That's the 83, Alejandro Rodriguez. So 2 mechanical failures on the same lap. So the truck package, still mechanical failures have plagued us. 4 of them so far. Actually, no, 5 mechanical failures this race. Holy moly. Colton Harmon running up in 4th. Alejandro Rodriguez was in 11th. And their days are going to be done. The 75, Eric Jackson, running in 8th place. He is the only driver in the top 5 that has not had issues yet. This race, though, is still far from over. A lot of drivers. Actually, I think everybody in this race has a chance now to win a race. Nobody that's in the lead draft has won a race yet. So the 16, Caleb Johnson, going to lead the field back to the green flag. And the green flag is going to be thrown out right now. Green flag in the air. Caleb Johnson leading the field to the green. Logan York on the inside line. Those 3-lap trucks are on pace with the leaders. Have to see if they can work their way to the front and get their laps back. Gary Harmon trying to clear the 33. He does. Bruce Zero, though, not too lucky with that one. The 15, the 33, both a lap down. The 23, Brendan Hancock, trying to get past lap traffic. Having an issue right now. Gary Harmon going to go to the lead. He is going to pass Caleb Johnson. Already again 4 wide on the back stretch, entering turn number 3. The lap trucks are 4 wide. Here comes the 98 Hunter Blade up towards the front. The 15 Stephen Pollard, we said he is a lap down. Oh, what's going on here? The 98 Hunter Blade coming down pit road. Whoa, he is speeding on pit road. Hunter Blade having issues. 3 wide now. Look at this, Caleb Johnson down low. Everybody trying to catch back up. Not sure what happened with Hunter Blade. Colton Harmon is on pit road still. Tim Zimmer has lost the draft. Look at Eric Jacks. He is falling back. He had damage, I think, from the first crash. 3 wide, Gary Harmon falling back. Caleb Johnson out front. That 16 truck pretty quick right now. Battle for second place. That's actually the 17 of John Book who is in second. Ryan Benjamin, that 45 truck, he is a lap down. The 15 is as well. And the 33 of Logan York. The field's so much smaller because of the first crash. Actually, the only crash. All the mechanical failures that have happened. Go back and look. The 54, Colton Harmon, says he was in an accident, but he had some kind of mechanical failure. I don't know what's going on there. Oops. Yo Carrillo up to second place. Look at the 7 of Bruce Zero. Third. 4th is CJ Williams. None of these drivers have won a race yet this season. So we are going to have a first-time winner. It's going to be pretty cool to see that. 2 wide for the most part, 3 wide a little bit further back. Hunter Blade is back out on the track. You see Tim Zimmer trying to catch Eric Jacks, Tavis Haken, and Axel Zero. Oh, another car coming down pit road. What in the world? That is the 87 of Cody Rhodes. And that's going to break the first 4 drivers away from this pack. Actually, 5. Top 4 drivers, Yo Carrillo, CJ Williams, Caleb Johnson, Brew Zero, and then John Book. Top 5, and then 6th place, Lindsey Hancock back here. They are going to get a huge run, though, on these top drivers. See the 4 damaged trucks further back, off the pace. First 4 trucks, single file. John Book is going to get past fairly quickly. He does not have any drafting help. Speed right now, he is at 185. Lindsey Hancock 185. These first 4 drivers, though, look pretty quick right now. Everyone else back here, they need to form up together. They need to catch these front few drivers. Battle for the lead here. This is going to hurt their momentum, though, as they start battling side by side. Caleb Johnson, 3rd place. Brew Zero in 4th. There's Hunter Blade on the track. You see these 4 drivers here, the damaged cars. They're working together, and they're actually not that slow. So I don't think lap trucks will be a factor in this race that'll end this race. Well, the field has caught John Book. Man, these drivers, they're falling back. Not sure where Hunter Blade is out on the track. Caleb Johnson going down low, trying to take 2nd place away. Hunter Blade, I think, retired. Did he retire? Oh, no, that's not Hunter Blade. The 87 of Cody Rhodes, he had a tire issue, so he is out of the race. 21 drivers left. These drivers here, 3.5 seconds back. This is 5th place. Battle for 5th. The top 4 drivers have pulled away. Hunter Blade came down pit road. He flew down pit road, and then Cody Rhodes did the same thing. And that separated these packs. The first 4 drivers somehow are pulling away, I believe. Trucks back here trying to catch back up to the top 4. Top 4 drivers, though. Caleb Johnson pulling out a line left and right, trying to make a move, but cannot make anything happen. See how far back the second group is. They were 3.58 seconds back the last time by. Oh, 4.65. So they are falling back. They're losing about a second a lap. Will Hurley Weeby get really close to Gary Harmon's back bumper. They're too wide. They are trying to catch this front pack, but yeah, they're actually going slower. This front pack is up to 190 on the back stretch. These drivers are 186, 187. .186 and 187 in the turn, but man, these 4 trucks are single file. Yo Carrillo, CJ Williams, Caleb Johnson, and Brew Zero. There's the 98 of Hunter Blade. This could cause some issues, maybe. Pack of cars back here battling for 5th. Brew Zero falling back a little bit. 98 Hunter Blade going to get passed by the leaders. Is he up to speed? He is not. Oh, CJ Williams is going to go up top. That's going to slow him down. And now the 20 of Yo Carrillo gets a huge lead. Caleb Johnson 2nd, 3rd Brew Zero. This is going to hurt their momentum. But now these drivers here have to pass that 98 if they catch him. I think Hunter Blade is up to speed, but this could slow the momentum of this pack down. This pack back here, 3 and 4 wide. John Book leading the inside line. Gary Harmon leading the outside line. They've been like that for the last few laps. They are still falling back. Tavis Haken came down pit road. So Tavis hopefully does not merge up in front of the field, but I think he might. Oh, don't merge up yet. He merges, but the pack is going to get past him, so that is good. These 3 trucks still on the track. These 4 trucks here pulling away still. So, I mean, if we get a mechanical failure, then that will throw the caution. Bruzzero trying to get past Caleb Johnson, but they don't have enough trucks to make any moves. Back here, they're still 2 and 3 wide. They're battling for 5th. John Book has held on to 5th for the last 5 or so laps. Everybody really just at a stalemate right now. Carrillo first place. The 16, Caleb Johnson second. Third, Bruzzero, and fourth, CJ Williams. See the second pack of drivers right back there? Like I said, if we have a mechanical failure, that will throw the caution. We're hoping for that, though. We do not want to have a single file finish. Sheila Harmon on the inside trying to make something happen, but she is falling back. I was surprised. These drivers not really been able to make anything happen. There's really been no runs forming at all in either pack. Hunter Blade falling back now. Bruzzero trying to make a move down low. The 10 of CJ Williams trying to pass him, but still they can't make a run as well. These drivers back here still falling back about a second a lap. Jacob Britt came down pit road before the end of the stage. Thought he was going to be the race leader. He is up in the top 10, but right now, nothing happening. We've got 13 to go. Look at this battle for 5th. Lindsey Hancock has a push from Laura Lee Wiebe on the inside line. See, some of these trucks, the 41, he was involved in that crash. He has got damage. So I think these trucks, since they have so many damaged trucks in this pack, they're not going to be able to catch this front pack. And you see the 9800 Blade, he does have damage. He was involved as well. Top 4 drivers stay the same. 3 drivers here. They could possibly go a lap down, maybe. Battling back here, starting to intensify a little bit. 3 wide. They were 2 wide for the last 5 or 8 laps. John Book still in 5th place. Battle for 6, Gary Harmon, Laura Lee Wiebe on the inside line. They are catching Hunter Blade. I don't think this pack is done wrecking. I think they're going to probably have another crash at some point. Gary Harmon has damage. He is on the outside line. He's got a little bit of damage. Now they're back down to 2 wide. Back here, Bruzzero and the 10, CJ Williams, still fighting for 3rd. CJ is trying to get a run off the turns, but it's not happening. Yale Carrillo right now has the best shot of winning this race. Everyone's just kind of staying single file. They're not making any runs on each other, no moves. Back here, still 2 and 3 wide. Here comes Laura Lee Wiebe for 5th. She has Sheila Harmon behind her, but Sheila's a few car lengths behind. Hunter Blade falling back quick. This pack is going to catch him. Hopefully they don't wreck. They're going to be jockeying for position. Oh, there's a mechanical failure. Who is that? I think that's Logan. Logan York again. That's going to throw the caution out, though. Remember, we have mechanical failures. We do throw the caution. See, the leader's taking the caution flag there. Logan York, 2 weeks in a row. Look at that. The 9800 Blade. 4 wide at the line. Hunter Blade, though, is going to be in front of all of these drivers. He is a lap down, and he has damage. So the top 4 trucks still could have a great shot at winning this thing. We'll have to see what happened with Logan York's truck. I think he actually already retired. Logan York, an ignition issue, so 20 drivers left. 33 started, 34 technically, but 33 made it to the green flag. Logan York last week at Martinsville had issues. Now this week, Talladega issues again. So will anybody come down pit road? Can they make it on fuel? I think everybody can. 20 of Yo Carrillo out front. He has been the leader since the restart, pretty much the restart. We have less than 10 to go. It's going to be a wild dash to the finish, I think. So a lot of action happening here. Everybody is going to be in one pack. 20 drivers left in this race. So we should be getting the one to go this time by or the next time by. Should be about 7 or 8 laps left. Make sure nobody else has any mechanical failures. Hopefully we don't see this many tomorrow in the Cup race. So we still are under caution. Should be 6 to go on the restart. So this time by should be the one to go. 9800 Blade is the 5th car in line, 5th truck in line. He is a lap down. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of role he plays in the restart. So one more lap to go until the green flag. We're going to have 6 laps left on this final restart. This could be a wild finish. I think everybody's still in the race. So 20 drivers still in the race. 4 of them are a lap down, 16 on the lead lap. I think we only have 13 or 14 drivers that are actually able to stay in the lead pack. That's as far as the drivers on the lead lap. 16, Caleb Johnson finished second in the stage. He is second place right now in the race. A lot of drivers have an opportunity to gain points on the points leader, Dylan Eberheimen. So, see what happens. See who can get their first win this season. We are definitely going to have a new winner. We know that one for a fact. So 6 laps to go this time by. 20 Viel Carrillo has been in the lead. I think he has probably led the most laps today. He had a 4-car breakaway, a 4-car train with him. 5th place on back. They were over 6 seconds behind before Logan York had issues. Caution flag came out for that, and now we have a restart with 6 laps to go. 20 Viel Carrillo trying to get his first win this season in the Truck Series. He would love to get a win, especially after all the drivers in the points have had issues. Yo Carrillo 23rd in the points. Caleb Johnson 18th in the points. Bruzero, he is trying to get up. He is up in 16th in points, trying to get up towards the front in the points. Green flag back in the air, 6 more laps to go. Can the top 4 drivers pull away again like they did on the last restart? Hunter Blade, the 98, I think he might be up to speed now, at least for a few laps. Can anybody get past him, though? Battle for second, Bruzero getting past Caleb Johnson. Bruzero won earlier this season in the Cup Series at Atlanta. Does not have a truck win yet. Gary Harmon, that 97 car, he is trying to pull up behind some of these drivers. Laura Lee Wiebe as well. They're going to put the 98. No, maybe not. I was going to say they're going to put the 98 up into the 3rd lane, but that's not the case. Caleb Johnson now falling back to 4th. He is on the outside line. He is going to fall back a little bit more. Laura Lee Wiebe is now on the outside line. Gary Harmon has some damage. 3 wide for the lead in the tri-oval. CJ Williams, Bruzero, and Yale Carrillo 3 wide at the line. 5 to go here at Talladega. Here comes the 97 of Gary Harmon. He is getting pushed by Laura Lee Wiebe. So we do not have a 4-car breakaway. Now Yale Carrillo has no help on the outside line. He is going to fall back a little bit. CJ Williams has no win in either the Cup or the Truck Series. Ran the Cup Series last season. He was involved in so many of the qualifying races after starting his season late. And now he is going to lose the lead. Gary Harmon now, the 97 to the front. Gary has not had a win since the Halloween event that we had in the Cup Series. Now here comes Laura Lee Wiebe. What about the 17 John Book getting pushed by Jacob Britt? They're down low, trying to get past Gary Harmon. Gary is going to try to block for the time being, but he does not get down low in time. The 17 of John Book is almost into Gary Harmon. Gary almost ran into the 17 of John Book. Bruzero now up top. He does not have any drafting help. He will fall to the back. Laura Lee Wiebe on the outside line. Gary Harmon now up top. John Book down low. Battling really close. 3 wide for 3rd. Gary Harmon out front. He has damage on his truck from that huge crash. Trying to get a win today. You see the spoiler on his truck is all bent up and all over the place. John Book's in 2nd place. Here comes a 51 now, Lindsay Hancock. I believe she was involved in that huge crash as well. And she is battling for 2nd place. 3 to go here at Talladega. Now, can they make it without wrecking? That is the other thing. Can they make it without having a crash? Not too many trucks in this pack. 3 wide, further back. Gary Harmon still holding on to the lead. The 21 Jacob Britt has a huge run on the backstretch. Lindsay Hancock has the preferred line, but no drafting help right now. Ryan Benjamin getting pushed by Sheila Harmon. She is trying to push Ryan up a little bit more, but Ryan does not have a huge run yet. Jacob Britt right behind Gary Harmon. Lindsey Hancock still in the mix for this. Here comes Jacob Britt now on the inside line. He is going to get underneath Gary Harmon. This time by 2 laps to go. Jacob Britt came down pit road before the end of the stage finish to get fuel and tires. Stayed on the lead lap. Now here he is, battling for the lead with 2 to go. 3 drivers up top, 3 drivers down low. Now here comes the 16, Caleb Johnson. Who is he going to go with? I think the inside line. Gary Harmon, a nice run off the turn, though. He's going to hold on to the lead for now. This time by, it's going to be the white flag. Lindsey Hancock pushing Jacob Britt. She now finally has some drafting help. Yel Carrillo on the outside line. He has been very fast today. Jacob Britt nudging ahead of Gary Harmon just a little bit. And here comes the 10 of CJ Williams down low. That's going to break the inside line up completely. Jacob Britt now down low to block. 4 wide for second. 5 wide back here. Oh, this is not going to be good. How is this going to work? 5 wide. White flag is in the air. Can they make it around without wrecking? They go down to 4 wide. Jacob Britt now has the lead. The 51, Lindsey Hancock. The 97, Gary Harmon there, falling back. There's going to be a huge run now from both lines. The 16, Caleb Johnson. The 10 of CJ Williams. Jacob Britt trying to hold off both lines for his first win. Here comes the 20 of Yel Carrillo now. It's still anybody's race. I don't think we're going to have a crash. Jacob Britt still out front. Behind him, look at Yel Carrillo. He is going to push Caleb Johnson down low. Caleb Johnson, and now Yel Carrillo on the inside, 3 wide for the lead. Caleb Johnson has no drafting help. Who is going to get the win here at Talladega? It's going to be a photo finish. I think it's Yel Carrillo. Yel Carrillo, the number 20, will win here at Talladega. See Eric Jackson on the apron. He came down pit road, I guess, on the last lap. Look at the top 3 there. That is incredible. Jacob Britt, Caleb Johnson, CJ Williams, Bruce Zero, the top 5. Laura Lee Wiebe, Sheila Harmon, John Book, Lindsey Hancock, and Gary Harmon, the top 10. Leland Fife, another 11th place finish for him. Alexander Jones, the 49, finishing 12th. Axel Zero, Tim Zimmer, Brendan Hancock will round out the top 15. Eric Jacks finished 16th. Ryan Benjamin 17th. Hunter Blade, Stephen Pollard the 3rd, Tavis Haken will finish out the top 20. Incredible move by Yel Carrillo on the last lap in the last turn. We had a last lap pass last week at Martinsville, and again another last lap pass here at Talladega. Man, that was a great race. Only 1 crash, but a lot of action. Watch this. Yel Carrillo pushing Caleb Johnson, and then in the tri-oval, he saw he had a great run. He went down low. Caleb Johnson had no help. Jacob Britt was on the outside line. I don't know how Yel Carrillo won that race. Man, that was so wild. Yel Carrillo getting a win here. Again, let's watch. Watch again. Yel Carrillo at that time was 4th place, but he was on the inside line. Caleb Johnson thought he had enough help to win the race, but Yel Carrillo out for the win for himself, and that's what you got to do. You got to win the race. Look at that. Incredible photo finish here at Talladega. That is amazing. At the line, my gosh. You see Jacob Britt almost getting his first win. Ryan Benjamin helped Yel Carrillo out. He stayed with Yel. Bruce Zero tried to push Caleb Johnson. CJ Williams tried to push Jacob Britt. That is just an incredible finish at the line. So, stage points going to be very interesting. Yel Carrillo, Jacob Britt, they did not get stage points. Caleb Johnson, he finished 3rd in the race. He got 2nd place for the stage. CJ Williams did not get any stage points. Bruce Zero didn't. So a lot of drivers in the top 10 finishing this race did not get stage points. But those drivers, a lot of them, I believe, finished the race. But some huge stories 34th place, Jeremiah Dwayne did not finish the race. Points leader, Dylan Eberheimen did not finish. Damian Singletary, second in points, did not finish. Third place in points, Eric Jacks, 16th place. And no stage points, so he is going to lose a good amount of points. Callie Hancock, finishing 29th, 4th place in points. So the top 5 already having issues. Stephen Pollard III, 6th place in points. He finished 19th. Cody Rhodes, he was 7th in points. He finishes 22nd. 8th place, Tyrell Resner. Where did he finish? Tyrell Resner, yeah, 27th place. Jacob Britt, 9th place. He finished 2nd. So the top 8 drivers in points having huge issues, finishing 16th place. Actually, yeah, 16th place, 14th place on back. Tim Zimmer finished 14th. So, I mean, he's not going to have a terrible race. Tim Zimmer might be the race or the points leader after this. Let's go check the points out. That has been just a wild race, a huge turn of events, that's for sure. Let's check the points out after race number 6. So the points after Talladega, Dylan Eberheimen still the points leader, but the points are definitely interesting. A huge battle now going to be happening for second. Dylan Eberheimen still the points leader. He had a huge points leader over Damian Singletary, which now Eric Jacks moves into second. Damian Singletary falling back to third. Jacob Britt 4th. Tim Zimmer 5th. See, up 12 positions, Caleb Johnson, 18th to 6th. Tim Zimmer up to 5th place in points. That's amazing for him. Callie Hancock, she fell back a few positions, but she's only 177 points back. All these drivers, most of them at least, gained points. Bruce Zero, he gained 8 positions. He is now in 8th place. Gary Harmon, he gained 6 positions. He's in 9th. Cody Rhodes fell back a few positions. Lindsay Hancock, she gained 6 positions. See, Jeremiah Dwayne, unfortunately for him, he falls back 7 positions. Most of these drivers here fell back. Yo Carrillo, he gained 7 positions. He's up 16th in points. First win for him. That's pretty cool to see that. Let's see some of the other drivers. Ron Jackson, he went from 13th in points to 23rd. He fell back 10 positions. Sheila Harmon's up to 22nd. Unfortunately, back here, well, you see Logan York, he fell back 3 more positions. Leland Fife has not been able to gain any more positions, but if he has a few more good races, he could gain some positions. Bean Weeby was en route to possibly a great finish, but he had a mechanical failure. He still is last. Unfortunate for that driver. But you see the whole points here. Now, second place, 128 points back. Really, from second to about, I would say, 16th place. They're only about 106 points away from each other, from second to 16th. Anything can happen now in the next race. I mean, it's going to be wild, I think. Dylan Eberheimen still has a pretty good lead, but he did not get stage points this week, and now a lot of drivers are in contention for the points championship. I would say realistically, everybody has a shot technically. But I mean, a lot of the drivers, Talladega was a pretty crazy race. A lot of the top drivers had issues, which is why we didn't see too much. I thought we were going to see drivers within 100 points of the points leader now, but because most of these drivers in the top, I think it was the top 7 drivers, I think, top 6 or 7 drivers had issues in the points, so that allowed other drivers to catch up to those drivers, but everyone was so far behind Dylan Eberheimen that he still has the points lead, 128-point lead. But if Dylan does not get any stage points next week, then he could fall out of the points lead. It's interesting. I mean, we'll have to see how this goes. We don't know how the points are going to work near the end of this. Next week is going to be Texas, and that will be the halfway point of the Truck Series. After Texas, we've got some pretty good tracks coming up. We've got Bristol night. There's going to be an off week in between Texas and Bristol, but we will have Bristol coming up. We've got Kansas, Chicagoland, Daytona night coming up. Then we've got the Roval, ISM, and Homestead. So, a lot of stuff happening coming up here. The last 3 races should be pretty wild. Daytona is going to be wild as well. We saw a pretty crazy race today. Only 1 crash, but it took out a lot of drivers. So I want to thank you all for watching this race. Amazing finish, photo finish. I think that's probably the closest finish we've ever had in the All-Star Offline Racing Series. But until then, we will be back next week at Texas. Catch us tomorrow night for the Cup race at Talladega. That will be the halfway point for that series. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you next week in the Truck Series at Texas.